particularly sonically. Like, I'm not saying that like Kanye's doing his best lyrically on these songs at all. And some things are just completely comical. Like, I'm gonna put your security at risk. They ain't ready for this. Never stand between a man and his kids, whatever he's spouting out there. But nigga in the kitchen cooking grits. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back to that one just because of the comedy relief, in my opinion. Okay, but anyway, Tiana Taylor, Kanye West. Your love is fading. Dun 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 dun. Love is fading. Dun 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 dun. Hit my like button. I'm sorry. Correction. Yay. Anyway, this is the Judge and Jury of Music, aka Queen Millennial, and today we're here to review Donda 2. Okay, that dropped last month, but because of all the craziness that the online fiasco, the state of mind that Mr. Ye is in, it overshadowed any release he obviously dropped, because also nobody on the internet is really talking about the album. Nobody. I think everybody's just like appalled at this point. But and anyway, I haven't really checked into like Kanye's music except for when it's forced in my face. I went from, at the beginning of his career, for many albums, loving him to being off-put by him. And I don't know if I still consider him a musical genius, but I feel like many of you are woken up by now, okay? Granted, he was different from most of the people in the hip-hop genre, with where he was able to go and where the record label was somehow allowing him to go, because well, that's my world to talk about, okay? Anyway, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this thing, as usual, a word. This is a mental health check, folks, because, again, there's a lot going on, and it seems to never stop. From New Year's of 2025, a fiasco happening on New Year's, multiple events. Last year was a wash for a lot of us, and definitely, if not for everybody, that's in the working class, okay? Definitely was a wash for me, honey, okay? But I survived it. Anyway, this year ain't really not that much better for any of us. A lot of us are hanging on by a thread, or some of us have already been washed away into the streets, honey, okay, with, unfortunately, psychosis. I hope that you're doing okay to some degree, okay, because this life is not going to get easier, particularly for the working class people. I like to say aka poor, but let's just keep working class. I don't like that word poor. No, working class people, because most people cannot help the fact that they're poor. They can't, period. You were born how you were born, and because of how the system is set up, most of you were set up to fail. Anyway, so working class people are going to continue to be put through the ringer as usual, because that's how the system works. But just let me know how your mental health is in the comment section, okay? Because we already know that Mr. Ye's mental health is not really doing that well on the flip side of the coin, okay? So this is that girl, or it's not that girl. Now, I am Worklina, the workhorse, and on this show we talk about popular music and popular artists from today, yesterday, and beyond. Now, today we're reviewing the legendary but highly controversial and basically losing a lot of the respect that he's gained from audiences around the world. Um, he's back with another album called Donda 2. Now, I heard Donda 1 because I checked out at that time from Kanye during this period of time of him releasing albums, okay? But I'm checked back in because now I have my own channel dedicated to the artist, and I want to see what this is giving, whether it's bad or good, okay? Maybe you've heard it. Maybe you didn't even know there was an album out. Well, we're here to discover whether it's that girl or it's not. And it's War's just tired, and he need to get back to the studio and keep it and get his mental health together first. Okay, so he can really put out a great body of work. But maybe this is a great body of work. Maybe this is as great as they were saying Donda 1 was. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and get your popcorn, your chips, your candy, whatever it is that you do to get comfortable, okay? Because this is it's that girl or it's not that girl. Make sure if you're at home, put me on the big screen, Vizio, I don't know what you got, Panasonic, whatever, 72-inch, and let's do this. This is It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. Now, I am Peyton 3.0, the artist, musician, entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, not the influencer. All right, those are great platforms and tools to build brand, business, name, reputation up, but most importantly, this community. And hopefully you, yes, you will join this community today by hitting that like button and share people that you know that like artists, commentary, reaction, and reviews. And of course, to really become a part of this community here, you do have to do a few things. That subscribe, make sure you're commenting in the comment section. YouTube loves the conversation, says this video is important, and it's going to do its best to push it out to as many people that are like-minded as possible, okay? So we all do our part. We move along in this little sea of ours. And of course, notification bell for more. Now, I don't know where Kanye's head is when it comes to people playing his music out loud on their channels and reviewing his music. So I want to take the safe route and not play his music copyrighted, because I'm not really sure the risk is going to be worth it if it's going to be blocked. So I'm just going to say no copyrighted music today. Okay, just reaction. Here we go. Some of these here on Spotify, at least, is blanked out. But honestly, I'm glad some of the songs are not available to listen to, because we don't really need 21 tracks from Ye. We don't. Okay, let's keep it shorter. Let's keep it sweeter. And let's see what you're actually giving. Okay, no fluff. Okay, Kanye. Or Ye. I was doing so good, honey, with this album. I done lost my train of thoughts. Okay, this is very interesting. It's giving me very AITs. Okay. And you know what? The cover itself is very interesting. It's a billboard of a house on fire. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is upstairs in Kanye's brain. Yeah, this whole song, he's just AI. He's robotic. Okay, this track, Kanye. I mean, yay. She's eating. Okay, well, go ahead and slay us then, Kanye, with these beats right here. Listen, even if Kanye isn't really giving his best on these tracks, the music he's creating on this is definitely avant-garde in the best way. At least after the third track. Okay, Kanye. Hey. This might be the best track on the album. He's being defensive. He's saying if nobody loves me, I'm gonna love me. But I don't know how anybody can love themselves in the state that you're in, honestly. Okay, he's losing his mind on this track, honey. He said, I'll put the security at risk. I'll put the security at risk. He said, butt naked in the kitchen cooking. Butt naked in the kitchen. Come on, Peyton. Butt naked in the kitchen cooking grits. I'm sorry that look, he was just warming up for the first couple tracks because that security song, that's the last one, it's called Too Easy. This security song is iconic, honey. I'm sorry. The security song is iconic. Okay. This is the halftime show starring your truly Peyton 3.0, the brightest MC in the world. All right, here we go. Check me, 1, 2. Did I see my truth underneath the roof? Are you staring at me because you can't believe sexuality? Yes, it's me and see. The final to the norm, so just let it be. Because I'm black and gay. You think there's no way that I'll ever see a brighter day? What you're proving wrong, written in this song. Innocent nights gotta pay the price. And I see you're scared, so never. I know you're out there looking for a stress reliever. You're looking for a stress reliever out there. Drugs, the alcohol, here we go. But let me tell you what you need to do. Here we go. Blood pressure, you worked all day like the messenger. Work so hard that the bills are high. All you do is cry me a freaking try. Punch that clock every freaking day. Still on your money, you got to pay. Fuck that shit, man, you need relief. But you got is free for the fucking cheap. Some take care of the freaking kids. Munching your plate for your freaking lid. Stress too much, always in a rush. You need and brushing, you're feeling flush. What is it that you're gonna do? Gonna have some relief in you. Time to get out when the music plays every freaking day. All I gotta say is jump, turn that music loud. I wanna see no hands in the crowd. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. Lose your mind to the beat. Shake it up, keep moving your feet. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. And get the stress. And that is all I will be giving you, okay? Now, we were good, we were gold, kind of dream that can't be sold. We were right till we weren't. Built a home and watched it burn. I didn't want to leave you. I didn't want to fight. Started to cry, but then remember I can buy myself flowers. Write my name in the sand. Talk to myself for hours. Saying things you don't understand. I can see myself dancing on my own hand. Yes, I can love me better than you can. Can love me better. I can love me better. Can love me better. I can love me. Can love me better. I can love me better. The cool down for a moment, come down. What is this? Because that was Kanye's first half of the album. That's on my ears so I can hear myself properly. That was Kanye's first half of the album, Donda 2. And honestly, again, I didn't know what to expect with his state of mind. But honestly, this first half of the album is not bad. You know what? For the most part, a lot of it's cooking. And as it comes down and like gets down on the album deeper, it just gets better. Especially, particularly sonically. Like, I'm not saying that like Kanye's doing his best lyrically on these songs at all. And some things are just completely comical. Like, I'm gonna put your security at risk. They ain't ready for this. Never stand between a man and his kids, whatever he's spouting out there. But nigga in the kitchen cooking grits. I'm like, okay. I'm gonna go back to that one just because this is called the comedy relief, in my opinion. Okay, but anyway, let's get back to the second half of this album. Okay, who is that singing on the track? Is that Alicia Keys? Because her tone kind of sounds like Alicia's. He said drug test, I should not do Patron. That was a clever line, Yay. That was a clever line. Did he say, how can somebody break your heart, but then fix your vision? Ooh, that's deep. How can somebody break your heart, but then fix your vision? Ooh, okay. You never know what Kanye is going to go on this music today. He's playing Kim Kardashian's speech, saying this is the richest, best black rapper on the planet. Okay. Gave me 4 amazing kids, and everybody's like, woo, you know. All right. He said make a choice, oxygen or Wi-Fi. Honey, you can't make those choices. Okay, those are basically one and the same at this point. Okay, no Wi-Fi, grid goes down, no oxygen. Basically, the theme of this song is burn everything. Okay, burn all like gasoline. Yes, I agree, Kanye. Let's burn it all down and start all over. Burn everything on the planet. He starts the darn song off with, I'm in a Louis store with a Gucci mask. I'm in a Louis store with a Gucci mask. I'm in a Louis store with a Gucci mask. I'm like, sir. Okay, this track here seems to be excuse me. This track here seems to be more of auto-tuned singing throughout this entire track, so I didn't recognize it was Kanye because he sounds like somebody else. Well, that was quite something, and I'm not saying this was quite something in a bad way, because there were many brilliant moments on this particular album, as also there were questionable moments on this album. Yeah. So you got a mixture of both, okay? It ain't just black and white on this album, okay? But why would I expect it to be in the state that Kanye is in currently, as we know him? So I want to give praise to the musicality that he has, and how innovative he's willing to continue to go. The beats were definitely one of the standout things on this album. Besides the first 3 tracks, they were good, but they weren't avant-garde. It started getting into more Kanye territory after the first 3 tracks, as we know what he can do. When it came to the lyricism from him, a lot of times it became questionable. Okay, let's be honest. It became questionable. It became comedic, or it was just eye-rolling, or it was just like, really? Okay, and then every now and then he would come to on a track or two and really give you what he can do, you know, as an MC. But most of the time when he was doing his rapping, it was more comical. It was more, what did he just say? Shock factor than it was actual skill going on. Okay. So those are some of the major critiques from this. With that being said, from a scale of 0 to 10 of wig snatching, I would give this album a nice 8. Okay, I give it 8, and I know that's a higher number than most of you think this probably should have gotten, but just because of the cocktail of elements that this album is the reason why it gets an 8. But there's several things on the album that save it from being lower. Okay, and yeah, let's just keep it right there. Now, for those of you who are new, I don't pick favorites on albums. That I'd like you to pick your own favorites, okay? If you haven't already or haven't heard this album, my job here is to say yay or nay to the projects and give you my honest, unbiased opinion on the projects, albums, records, songs, you name it, that I am able to get my hands on to review. Okay, with that being said, I am now opening up the floodgates for suggestions for other records, or I should say albums, that you think I should review that I possibly haven't already. Like I said, it's a lot of, I have like almost 900 videos on the channel already in under 1 year. Okay, because that's how much of a savage I am, honey. Okay. Right, like I'm just militant in my goals anyway. Or if you're an independent artist, you want me to review your music, because I do review independent artists on here too, let me know, and we can talk about if it's on Spotify, if it's on SoundCloud, whatever. Let me know, okay, and I will consider putting you on the show. Okay, give you a little review and critique, constructive criticism. Okay, now my name is Peyton 3.0, the artist, musician, entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, and not the influencer. Now, if you got your entire life today, please hit that like button. And of course, share people that you know that like artists, commentary, reaction to reviews. And of course, to truly become a part of this community here, you have to do a few things. That's going to be comment, subscribe, and notification bell. All right, well, thank you so much for being here. Let's have a conversation about this album or Kanye himself down in the comment section. I know it's going to be juicy. I know it's going to be good. I want your album suggestions, and independent recording artists, I want you in that comment section, okay? Bye-bye.